Hi there, my name's Aaron Short and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm talking about bar chords. So I was listening to someone talk the other day about learning the guitar and how hard it is to play bar chords, and it got me thinking. I was playing a song that would normally have a bunch of bar chords in it, and I was playing them more open style. And I thought to myself, when you learn the guitar, first of all, well, the first thing most people learn is open chords, right? You might learn the very simple G open chord. You might learn the D, the C, E minor. Everything's open. A minor. Everything's open. Everything's easy or easier. So I've had a lot of students that have picked these up in a few weeks. The open chords they got in a few weeks. The hardest thing is to change them quickly. But they got that pretty quick. The stigma came when it came to bar chords. Oh no! Bar chords, so difficult. My friends tell me they'll make my hand hurt. My friends tell me my fingers will drop off. As for that dreaded F chord, please don't make me play the F chord. It's so hard to press down all those strings. So this is true in a way. The funny thing is, this is kind of backwards when you learn the guitar. Because when you learn the guitar, you do tend to learn these conventional E and A and E minor and A minor bar shapes. And I'm not saying not to do that. That's a great thing. I think developing your strength that much early on is good. I do tell people to practice playing all about the neck with the bar shapes. I think that's a good thing to do. I think we need the strength in our hand to play guitar, right? But it is hard to do. I struggle with it too. If I play all the bar shapes up the neck, I can definitely feel it. Even on an action that's pretty low, you still feel it because you're pressing down with all of that might on all of those strings. But the point I'm making today is it will get easier, or it should do. I'm here to give you hope if you're new to acoustic guitar, especially acoustic guitar, even more so than electric guitar, although this does apply to both, obviously. So let me give you some examples. Like when you first learn, you might learn, let's take A minor. So you want to learn it as a bar chord. And let's play something funky. So you're playing a funk song. Now that's fine, it sounds big. If you're playing a solo gig, you might want that sound, that big sound to fill up all the sonic space and get that bass in there. What tends to happen is you'll join a band and you'll do the same thing. And the bass player will turn around and say, hey, hang on, why are you doing that? I'm the bass player, I'm filling the low end of the spectrum. There's also a keyboard player who is very politely staying out of my way in the sonic spectrum. Why are you all over my space, man? So that's happened to me, by the way. So what you do is you learn that you don't need to play all the notes. You just need the higher strings. And it also sounds more kind of funky and authentic as well. So of course, in doing that, you don't need to even play the lower strings. This is where I'm going with this. So you might just play the top 3 strings or the top 4 strings. So that is a lot easier than that. Right? Versus. And in that instance, in that band setup, that is better. That will sound better, and yet it's easier. Do you see where I'm going with this? So let's take it one step further to what I was experiencing the other night. Let's take a song like, I've got Sister Golden Hair here. I'm just going to give you this as an example. This is the song I think I was playing the other night. So this song is open E, so easy enough. And then G sharp minor. So if you're new to guitar, you're going to go, okay. Oh, that's a bit of pressure there. And then A, most people then go up a fret to this A on the bar chord again. You could do it open, but at that point you're jumping around the neck. And then back to open E, that's fair enough. But then back to that G minor again, G sharp minor again. And then back to the A again. And then down to F sharp minor, pretty hard down there because you got the extra tension of the lower chords. The lower bar chords are hard. That's why people hate playing F, a bar chord. And then C sharp minor, you're going to play it like that. So another bar chord, G sharp minor, another bar chord, A, again here because you're close to it. Although you could play it open, obviously, but you probably play it there. And then back to the E again. So that's about 50% full bar chords, right? That makes my hand hurt a little bit when I play that. I feel it, and it doesn't feel good to me. So the other night I was playing, and I was doing this. So that's what I'm talking about. I only played one traditional bar chord there. C sharp minor is the only one that I played. So this is what I did. The first chord was open E, because that's easy enough. Then I went to G sharp minor. So rather than the bar chord on the 4th fret, I did this, thumb over the top, which actually may be trickier for some people. I should put that in there. But if you can put your thumb over the top, and then you just fret the same strings, but you leave the top 2 strings open. And then I moved up to an A, just 2 fingers actually. And then I went back down to E, open E. And then back to that same G sharp minor. By the way, these names have now changed because we're changing the notes that are there, but I'm still using the regular names for this demo. So then A, and then for F sharp minor I did this. So same as that G sharp minor, thumb over the top 2 strings ringing. So basically those top 2 strings are always ringing out, which gives it that coherency in a way. And then C sharp minor I did do as the traditional bar chord. There's not really another way to do it. You could let the high E ring out as well. G sharp minor as before, A as before, F sharp minor as before, A as before, and then E. And this is what I do all the time. When I'm playing a solo gig, I'll often play, rather than play a B like this, I'll play like this. And I'll play A minor like this, or like this. So those open strings fill out the sound, make transitions smoother, make the sound more interesting, because you're not playing just A minor anymore. You're playing A minor 11 or A minor 9. So it's changing the flavor. It's actually making the chords more advanced while being easier to play. And I think that's a great tip for anyone, right? We all want to sound better and work less. That's really cool. And that's what happens here. I think it's really interesting, and I think you should consider this. If you're learning the guitar, consider that things might actually end up getting easier. Because not only if you learn these big chords down here, full bar chords, not only will you get stronger, but then in the future, when you come to play these versions that I showed you today and other versions too, they're going to be even easier. The only caveat here is you need to get your thumb over the top of the guitar. If you've got smaller hands, you might still find these bar chords easier. But I do have big hands, but if you can get the thumb over the neck like that, and by the way, I guess a classical teacher would tell you not to do this, but I use this all the time. Tommy Emmanuel does this all the time. If you can get the thumb over the neck, it opens up this whole new world of new sounds, which sound better and are easier to play. So I hope you found this useful. Let me know if this is useful. Let me know if you're doing this already, and if you've got any tips of your own you can share with me and everyone else watching. And if you're new here, please subscribe and ring the bell. I really would appreciate it. And until next time, keep strumming those easier bar chords. Bye-bye.